I broke into this rich lady's place to steal some cash, but her mansion looked like a total dumpster fire. As a thief with six-pack abs and OCD, I couldn't help myself. I cleaned her whole place for hours. Left her a note calling her a slob, grabbed $130.95 as payment for my trouble. Next thing I know, cops tackled me at a noodle shop. Bai Ningbing not only dropped the charges, she forgave me. After that, she kept asking me out shopping, dinner, always paying for everything. Until that glass of wine hit me, I woke up and realized I'd become her prey. My name's Hee-Chang. I pick locks for a living, but not the legal kind. No choice. My folks back home can't help mom's tiny paycheck barely covers her hospital bills. When you're desperate, dignity goes out the window. Today's target, a luxury apartment on the west side 17th floor, Unit 04. Owner's name is Bai Ningbing. Not only gorgeous, but her name sounds straight up ethereal. I've been scoping her out for 2 weeks. Total creature of habit 9 to 6 like clockwork, rich targets with predictable schedules. My favorite today's the day. I followed her down to the building, watched that perfect silhouette head to the parking garage, counted 10 minutes in my head, made sure she wasn't coming back. Then I pulled my cap down low and casually headed upstairs. Slid my tools into the lock, couple quick moves. Door popped open, I slipped in, closed it behind me, smooth as butter. Then I got smacked in the face with this unholy combo smell: rotten takeout, unwashed laundry, and some weird perfume. I froze in the entryway thinking I'd broken into the wrong place or maybe a literal garbage dump. Look, I know young people can be messy, but this level of chaos, in all my years as Hee-Chang, I've never seen anything like it. Clothes piled on the couch, no clue which were clean or dirty. Takeout boxes stacked on the coffee table, ready to avalanche, some with leftovers that were literally growing mold. The floor? Nowhere to step. Snacks, makeup, torn open Amazon boxes everywhere. I seriously wondered if she ever walked in here or just levitated. This dump belongs to a goddess named Bai Ningbing. Where's the fairy vibes? Did the air pollution kill them off? My professional composure instantly got destroyed by pure disgust. My OCD couldn't handle this filth. Rage started bubbling up inside me. Such a nice place. Great layout, top-tier finishes. How'd she turn it into a pigsty? All right, fine. Stealing can wait. If I don't clean this mess up first, I literally have nowhere to step to even rob the place. This is embarrassing for my profession. Dropped my tool bag by the door, rolled up my sleeves, and got to work. Cleaned straight through till 4:30 p.m. Me, Hee-Chang, kinda handsome. Six-pack from years of work, sweating buckets in Bai Ningbing's mansion, playing free maid service. Trash bags, wiping tables, mopping floors, sorting her expensive-looking clothes. Hang what needs hanging, wash what needs washing. Kitchen sink had dishes that were about to grow mushrooms, bathroom counter. Makeup bottles scattered like a tornado hit. I'm cleaning and cursing under my breath. This is harder than picking locks. By the time I tied up the last trash bag, the sun was setting. Looking at the transformed living room. Floors you could see your reflection in. Everything organized, air smelling like fresh lemon cleaner. I let out a huge breath, feeling this absurd sense of accomplishment. Exhausted, I'm dead. Headed to her bedroom to find something valuable. Nightstand drawer had some loose cash and jewelry scattered around. Counted it up. Not much. $1,895 total. Holding that stack made me feel slightly better. Fine, this is my labor fee, even though the pay seriously doesn't match the work I put in. Found a sticky note, left her a message in what I thought was pretty slick handwriting. How'd you let such a nice place turn into this mess? Even I, a thief, couldn't stand it. Started cleaning when you left for work. Took all day to finish. Seriously exhausted me. That loose change in your drawer? That's my payment. If you're really too busy, hire a cleaning service next time. Slapped that note, full of sarcasm and professional concern, on the coffee table, grabbed my $188.95 fee, picked up my tool bag, and dragged my exhausted self out of that battlefield. Bai Ningbing stumbled to her front door, body falling apart. Work was brutal today, felt completely drained. All she wanted was to kick off her heels and collapse into that pile of soft clothes. Key in the lock, twist, click, door opened. That familiar cocktail of stale takeout and perfume didn't hit her face like usual. Instead, fresh, cool lemon scent. Bai Ningbing's foot froze mid-air. Is this my place? She jerked it back, looked up frantically. 1704. Yep, that's my disaster zone. I mean, my humble abode. She peeked inside again, eyes going wide. The floor that was buried under junk? Now spotless, could literally see her shocked face reflected in it. The mountain of clothes on her couch, gone, revealing the expensive fabric underneath. Holy crap, she'd forgotten her table was clear glass. She tiptoed in like some country bumpkin entering a palace for the first time, scared to dirty this familiar yet alien floor. Oh my god, she whispered. Everything clean, everything organized. She rushed to the bedroom. What used to be a disaster zone? Bed made perfectly smooth. Even the wrinkles looked intentional. She opened her closet with shaking hands. Clothes organized by color and season, hung with military precision. Even her cartoon panties and sexy lingerie neatly folded in designated compartments, smelling like sunshine and detergent. She gasped and covered her face, heat rushing from her feet to her head. The kitchen was even more insane. Stove gleaming, range hood reflecting her shocked, adorable face. That mountain of dishes in the sink? Vanished. Drying rack empty and clean. Did a fairy godmother visit? Or did some secret admirer from work sneak in? Wait, there's only 2 keys. One with me, the other... Her brain was short-circuiting. Then she spotted it. On the too clean coffee table, a sticky note stood out like a beacon. She grabbed it. The handwriting was kinda hot, actually. How'd you let such a nice place turn into this mess? Even I, a thief, couldn't stand it. Started cleaning when you left for work. Took all day to finish. Seriously exhausted me. That $1,000-something bucks in your drawer? That's my payment. If you're really too busy, hire a cleaning service next time. Binding Bing snapped to reality and ran to the bedroom nightstand drawer open. That loose cash was definitely gone. Cold chills shot from her feet to her skull. I got robbed. But does this thief have some kind of disorder? Didn't steal jewelry or electronics, just took less than $2,000, then deep cleaned her entire apartment and left a caring note educating her. What kind of plot twist is this? She remembered the tiny camera she'd hidden in the living room plant, whipped out her phone to check, pulled up today's footage, fast forward, on screen. A well-built guy in casual clothes expertly picked her lock shortly after she left. Binding Bing's heart jumped. He walked in and froze, just like she did. The camera caught his instant confusion and this indescribable look of pure horror. Then the most bizarre thing happened. Instead of ransacking the place, he just stood there, hands on hips, staring at her pigsty, taking deep breaths. Then, like he'd made some life decision, he dropped his bag by the door. And the camera recorded what can only be described as a home cleaning miracle in real-time trash. Wiping, mopping, sorting clothes. Moves efficient, thorough as hell. Especially when she watched him on the monitor frowning, but still carefully hand-washing her randomly tossed lace panties and other intimate stuff. Binding Bing's face turned bright red to her ears. This is so embarrassing. But weirdly, watching this stranger work up a sweat on screen, grimacing at dirty spots 1 second, nodding with satisfaction after conquering a tough corner the next. She found herself almost smiling, feeling something strange. His focused cleaning, those sharp jawline angles movements showing off tight muscle definition. Especially when he bent over, those visible abs. What are you thinking? He's a criminal! The footage froze on him, leaving with the cash. Binding Bing sat on the couch, clutching her phone, heart racing, brain spiraling into thoughts she couldn't control. Thinking about this hot, quiet guy with inexplicable bonus points who crashed into her life in the weirdest way possible. The more she thought, the redder her face got, the faster her heart pounded. Finally, she took a deep breath, trying to calm her racing pulse and burning cheeks. Then she made a decision, her pale, slender fingers trembling as she unlocked her phone. Her voice carried a hint of barely hidden embarrassment and excitement. Hello, 911, I need to report something. My apartment got hit by a very unusual burglar. After leaving Binding Bing's place, it was already evening. Hit up the food district with over $1,000 in my pocket, feeling heavy. Not because of the weight, because of the frustration. This job was a total loss. Word gets out and I'll be the laughingstock of the underworld. Exhausted and starving, spotted that familiar Old Chen's noodle shop on the corner. Didn't even think twice. Walked right in. Boss, large beef noodle bowl, extra meat, extra egg. Slapped the cash on the greasy table. Voice sounding worn out from a day of cleaning. Old Chen greeted me cheerfully. Coming right up, Cheng. You look beat, man. I mumbled something back, collapsed into a corner seat. The shop smelled like bone broth and street food. Finally felt like I'd returned from Binding Bing's war zone to reality. Noodles came fast, I grabbed my chopsticks, stirred it up, blowing on it. About to dig in when suddenly, several cops in uniform came rushing in. Freeze! Police! Before I could process it, my arms got yanked behind my back. Click. Cold handcuffs locked around my wrists instantly. The noodles I'd lifted dropped back into the bowl, splashing some broth. Everyone in the shop froze, staring at me. My head went blank, ears ringing. Getting caught was always a risk in this line of work. Can't walk by the river without getting your shoes wet, right? But this fast? The cameras, of course, must have been hidden cameras. Binding Bing definitely had surveillance I missed. Too busy cleaning to remember my professional basics. What's your name? Young cop with a stern face asked me. Heechang. Head hanging low, face burning. Not from getting arrested, but from how embarrassing this whole situation was. Did you break into Legion Garden Complex, Unit 1704 this afternoon? The cop continued questioning me,